Dr. Susan Shumsky. So don't go away. You're listening to The Broader View on the Hazy Radio Network.
Was it when our eyes met for the first time, or that kiss that lasted a lifetime? My love, when you gave your heart to me, I made a promise to myself that I would show you that I can be the man you depend on, that I can be the man that keeps you strong. I can be. That I would show you, yes, I can be the man you depend on. Yes, I can be the man that keeps you strong. Yes, I can be.
You're listening to The Broader View on the Hazy Radio Network. You can participate by calling 651-447-6309. That's 651-447-6309. Now, back to Hazy and Bell.
And welcome back to The Broader View with your host, Hazy and Bell Salisbury. And with us, I have a very special guest who came in for us last minute to help us discuss this topic. I have Dr. Susan Shumsky with us, who is a author of 7 best-selling award-winning books, foremost spirituality expert, highly acclaimed and greatly respected professional speaker and pioneer in self-development. She has over 40 years of experience as an educator in the consciousness field. Her books include Divine Revelation, 16 years in continuous print with Simon & Schuster, Exploring Auras, Miracle Prayers with Random House, Exploring Meditation, How to Hear the Voice of God through Exploring Chakras, and the Amazon.com bestseller Ascension. Susan, welcome to the show, and thank you very, very, very much for dropping in.
I'm so happy to be here today.
Well, it was such a last minute. I mean, I think I got a hold of you at noon.
Right.
I wanted to bring you on. So again, I really appreciate you coming on.
I'm thrilled to be here.
The reason why I contacted you is, and we kind of talked a little bit before the show, and we brought it up at the beginning of the show with everything that's going on in our country now with the bombings in Boston and with the situation going on in Texas, and now there's another one that, a mass shooting in Seattle, and people just seem to be taken back, and there's all this anger that is being expressed by our society nowadays. And is this just something that is accumulating, or is this something as a result of, say, 9/11 or the media or the situations that are developing?
Well, do you mean anger in the people that are witnessing this or the perpetrators?
Well, the people that are witnessing it.
Right. So all of us watching the media.
Yeah.
And then reacting in various ways. And some people reacting in very violent ways, like taking it out on Muslims, taking it out on Chechens, taking it out on anyone that they think is the perpetrator, when in fact these are individuals who are perpetrators. It's not an ethnicity that's a perpetrator. I mean, that is definitely not a very wise use of anyone's time to lump people into a category and then decide that the people in that category are all terrorists or these are all violent people, and then to react to these people with violence. I mean, yes. To give violence for violence is not really a very constructive use of our energy and our time.
No.
So why is this happening? I think it's because people are simply reacting. Their emotions are boiled over, and they just don't know what to do. They're frustrated, and they don't know what else to do but take it out on somebody.
I mean, they take it out on their family. They take it out on their friends. They take it out on their children. They take it out on people at work. Is it just that we have forgotten how to disperse the negative energy that's around us and the negative influences around us, and we've lost that capability, so to speak? We have forgotten how.
Well, that might be part of the problem right there. Obviously, somebody who goes and attacks a person because of their ethnicity, there is definitely something psychologically unbalanced about that person. And unfortunately, in our society, the cure for that, quote unquote, is to pop pills, is to send people into treatment or to take medication for that. And that can be very helpful for someone who really has deep emotional problems. But for someone who is simply reactive and not acting in a rational manner to a situation, yes, they could take control over that themselves by, first of all, not obsessing on this, on the news media, for example. Right. Turn the television off. You don't have to sit there and obsess about it all day.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, talk about these feelings with your friends, with your family. If you're feeling upset, if you're feeling emotional, it's best to diffuse it by talking with your loved ones, or if you have no one else to talk to a counselor, talk to someone who is a professional in the field. And to learn maybe you might even consider learning some methods to help you to heal these emotions, which is where I come in with some of my books, including my latest book called Instant Healing, which can truly help people to diffuse difficult situations, to transform thoughts and emotions into something more positive, more powerful, something that will be more peaceful, more loving. And, very simple techniques, such as just taking a few deep breaths when you're upset, is going to change your attitude immediately.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. I always talk about, if you find yourself in that state of mind, take yourself out of that state of mind by changing the atmosphere around you. Go for a walk, read a book, put on a movie that you haven't watched in a long time, something that will refocus your thought pattern, and 9 times out of 10, that will work.
Yeah, it will work. That would work, yes, for sure. And of course, I do have some specific methods, some specific what I call affirmative prayers or affirmations in this new book, Instant Healing, that could really, really help a lot, particularly something that I call the thought form healing prayer, which is an affirmative prayer or an affirmation to help you to release and let go of the emotional turmoil that you're in, or the difficult thoughts and emotions that you find yourself repeating, and release that, and then replace it with positive, powerful, new thoughts and emotions. And it's really as simple. I mean, it's so deceptively simple, it seems like it couldn't possibly work.
Right.
What it is a simple formula where you simply say something such as, I now release from my mind all thoughts of, and then you could say what they are: anger, fear, frustration, anxiety, rejection, prejudice, whatever it is that's coming up for you in your mind. I release these thoughts now, and they are gone. And I now replace these with thoughts of peace, love, harmony, happiness, forgiveness, wholeness, oneness, joy, freedom, and tolerance. And I now know that I am in control. I am the only authority in my life. I am divinely protected by the light of my being. Thank you, God, and so it is. A simple affirmation such as that will transform your mind instantly, and you'll feel better, and you won't react and feel like you have to act on these negative thoughts and emotions.
Right.
I know that when you're in an emotional state, it's difficult to think about or to even consider doing a prayer or affirmation. But if you can take a few deep breaths, which is something that you might be able to do,
right,
or get yourself out of the situation as you suggested, maybe take a walk, and then start doing some of these prayers and affirmations, you're going to feel different. You're going to feel better. You're going to have a different viewpoint. And you won't as easily feel that you are trapped in this emotional turmoil.
Excellent advice. Now, in your book, you talk about the scientific prayer treatment. Is that similar to what you're already talking about? Or is that something completely different?
There are several labels for this method. One is called affirmation, another affirmative prayer, another is scientific prayer, a scientific prayer treatment, spiritual mind treatment, or just treatment.
Okay.
And these are all labels that have been used for the last 150 years by the New Thought, shall we say, New Thought movement, or New Thought, people who are involved with New Thought. And what is New Thought? Well, it's something that began about 150 years ago, and it's really about positive thinking. People like Norman Vincent Peale, quite famous people that you've heard of, even, Les Brown, all the motivational speakers like Tony Robbins, all different motivational speakers, people who are involved with New Thought. They all have basically the same philosophy, that we can change our emotions, we can change our lives basically by changing our thoughts, our words, and our